Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. I have one thing to ask of white people. One thing. Stop stealing from black women. Let's talk about this. I'm going to put some makeup on my face and I'm going to talk about just how fucked up it is that white people continue to steal from black women. If you're at all consciously aware of the world and how things work, you might notice that a lot of the most popular white women, in terms of celebrities, influencers, etc., are popular because of traits that they have taken from black women. It's not new. It's not. This idea that a black person can do a thing, especially a black woman, and they're gonna get ridiculed, they're gonna get made fun of, they're gonna get called ghetto or not work appropriate or any number of racist ass commentary on their looks, their actions, whatever it is they're doing. But a white person can see that thing, pick it up, put it on their body, put it in their vocabulary, whatever it is, use that thing, give no credit, no kind of like, hey, I've you know, appropriated this from so and so, I've done this or I've done that. Just take it as their own, and they become the coolest kid in school, the biggest influencer, the biggest YouTuber. Everywhere across the culture this happens. I am fucking tired of it. Most recently, and what inspired this video, is seeing Victoria Beckham Beauty create a Instagram live series named Behind the Beauty. 6 months after 3 black YouTubers have been making this series under the exact same name. So if you don't know, Kelsey Brianna J, Alicia, whose channel name is Kinky Sweat, and Chelsea, who's Glam Girl Chelsea, they created a series called Behind the Beauty. It is a live interview that they host with different brand owners, makeup artists, all kinds of beauty industry people. If you look at the hashtag for Behind the Beauty on Instagram, guess who shows up? Posts from the creators who host Behind the Beauty. And then this week, Victoria Beckham Beauty decided, we're gonna take that idea. Well, I don't know when they decided this, but they posted their first interview this week. They have a white hairstylist talking to a white brand owner. Oh, by the way, who is Anastasia of Anastasia Beverly Hills, so, you know, fuck them. And they thought that they were gonna get away with it. As of filming this, it is Friday. I learned about this yesterday. People were kind of flooding in the Instagram post calling them out, and I believe that they've renamed the series now. But that does not take away from the fact that this brand straight up stole the concept, stole the name, stole everything about it, and decided that they wanted to take it and do it on their own. Could they have instead, you know, reached out to Kelsey, Alicia, and Chelsea and say, hey, we want to hire you to do this on our Instagram. We want to kind of pick you up like a network would pick up a show. Could they have done that? Oh, they could have. Did they? No, they decided to take it. Did they think about maybe, you know, launching their very first one with even just a twinge of black people, just a twinge of diversity in there. No, let's have a white man talk to a white woman about the beauty industry, because they don't talk enough as it is. White voices have been heard constantly. They're always heard. This creation that 3 black women put together, that they have worked their asses off to do, you decided, we just want to take that and we're gonna make it super white. I am just fucking over it. It's not the first time this has happened. It won't be the last. I am tired of white people just walking into spaces that black people built and just saying, I'm taking this. This is mine now. This is mine now. Deal with it. If you are still living in this bubble of racism is not that bad, things are not that bad, black people are just overreacting, get the fuck out. This is a bigger issue. What happened to Kelsey, Alicia, and Chelsea is fucked up. And yes, I am fans of them and I would consider them internet friends of mine. I respect them. They work their asses off and they have for a long time before creating Behind the Beauty. So yeah, I feel a little partial. Do I feel a little partial as well because it's YouTube and it's a space that I'm in and that I defend? I am partial about it, but it doesn't change the fact that it is fucked up. And even if this brand has changed their name, the format, the concept, they still took from these creators. They still stole it. And unless they had been called out the way that they were in the comments, they would have kept going with it easily. White people have consistently profited off of the ideas and the work of black women. They have consistently taken styles, makeup. Hell, I know myself, I would not be able to get away with wearing long nails with nail art on camera in my day-to-day life if black women had not done it, because black women have been doing the long nail look for decades, and only recently have white people said, oh, that's cool, let's do that. And do white people get comments about, oh, that's so unprofessional, oh, that's so trashy, oh, that's this, oh, that's that? No, we don't. But guess what? I've heard those comments about black women in person, online, in writing. I've seen them and I've heard them. And still, even now in 2020, as they're super trendy, I am sure that black women are still getting shit for wearing them. Every single thing that a black woman does and gets criticized and ridiculed about, white people can just take and do, and they get all of the praise for that. Box braids, also known as cornrows, fuck your box braids. Oh, a black woman wouldn't dare wear that. They're not fashionable, they're not whatever. Nikita Dragon or some other piece of shit on the internet wears it, and all of a sudden they're the person that everyone wants to follow. That's the hairstyle everybody wants. Kim Kardashian models her body size and shape after black women who are consistently fetishized. And by the way, being fetishized is not a compliment. Everyone wants that body. You know, Manny Imue and Patrick Starr, copy TikToker Chelsea Worthy, also Worthy on TikTok. They completely rip off her style and everyone is freaking out about how cool it is, but she's been doing it for ages. And guess what? When white people do that shit, it's oftentimes seen as cooler, as more interesting, as more creative and more finessed and more this and that, because these are white people with money. So yes, when Manny Imue and Patrick Starr create TikToks based on this style of Chelsea Worthy, and don't credit her, don't link back to her, don't say her name anywhere in the process, their shit might look cooler because they have editors who are doing shit that's theoretically at a different level than a single independent TikToker. So don't come at me with the like, well, they just did it better and so she's just mad that they did it better. No, you can fucking give credit you can give credit. Is it still kind of cool at all to copy in that direct way? Not really, but the least that you can do is credit the original creator. Credit Black women. So here's the thing that I really don't understand about this lack of ability to just fucking credit your inspiration, credit your source. Right now, in the society that we're in, white people are always going to get more props, more credit, more fanatical reaction to anything that they do, no matter what. No matter if they credit the original Black creator or person that inspired them, they will get a stronger, more enthusiastic, more fanatical response to anything that they do compared to a Black person, because racism. So the fact that we are just asking you to fucking credit people and that still is not being done is outrageous. It's ridiculous. It gets me obviously so fucking fired up because it's not going to take away from your fame and your success. And it's not going to take away from you as a person, even if you're not a famous influencer. Sometimes I really want to wonder, like, why people don't want to credit. And I've come to the conclusion it's ego and racism. And neither one of them are going to fucking fly anymore. Now, when we see it, we need to call it out. I even didn't have a full concept of how much this is an issue for Black women, especially creatives. Kelsey has mentioned that she is the creator of the kind of like ranking beauty products videos. Did I even know that before she said that? I didn't. And I watch a hell of a lot of YouTube, and I've watched a hell of a lot of ranking videos, and I don't hear anyone say that. I looked into it and she did, and everyone has taken this trend and just created it as their own. And here's the thing, is that I understand that it's not always easy to source the very original credit, and that's okay. It's not always about like being able to source the very first person that did this. It's more about saying, I saw it from this person. If you can't find who did it originally, at least saying, I saw it from this person. Because guess what? If people actually follow that line, they can find the original creator. If I do something and I saw Audra do it, and Audra saw so-and-so do it, and they saw that person do it, and that person saw that person do it, if that line of communication is followed, you can find the original creator. But guess what? If you never say that you were inspired by somebody, if a white creator steals a Black creator's idea and never sources them, then guess what? You're going to follow that line of communication and you're still going to end on a white person when it was actually created by a Black person. And so going back to Behind the Beauty, this makes me so angry because Kelsey has talked about having her idea stolen. T has mentioned it. There have been multiple creators who have said something or haven't said something about it happening. Sometimes they'll call the other person out, sometimes they won't. And guess what? I totally understand not calling someone out for stealing an idea, stealing content, because calling a person or a brand out can lead to a lot more harm and anger sent your way than it would to the brand. It's putting you in a vulnerable spot as a Black creator. It's not putting the brand in a vulnerable spot because they can deflect. Or if it's another white creator that has stolen the idea, they can deflect. They can claim I saw it from so-and-so, or I never saw this person's video or that person's video. You know, we just had similar ideas around the same time. And because they're a white person, they're going to be trusted by other white people. And this Black creator is going to be seen as overreacting, being territorial, all of these terrible, terrible things. And I probably should have said this earlier on. The things that I'm saying about Black people, the negative things, what I'm saying is that this is what other white people will say. These are not things that I believe. Please know that. What I'm saying is that these are the experiences black people have. They get called terrible names. They get called troublemakers or divas because how dare they like think someone took an idea from them. White people can turn them into the villain, and then, you know, the villain is the issue and not the white person. The behind the beauty thing gets me so angry because it's one level of fucked for one person to see what another person is doing and saying, I like that idea, fuck them, I'm gonna take it. It's another for a whole ass brand, a whole business to do that. It's not rare for the business to do it, but it's despicable in my book because multiple people had to approve that. And they are a modern beauty brand who knows what the fuck they're doing. They might not be a brand for me even before this all happened, but they are aware of what's out there. Somebody in that business, well, I personally think they fucking stole it, but let's magically say it was their own idea. The name and the concept was their own idea. Someone in that company fucking knows about Behind the Beauty and was still like, I'm gonna let it pass because, like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just some people that are doing some things and they're just black women, so like, who cares? But in my book, they straight up stole it and they knew exactly what they were doing. And the other reason why this continues to make me so angry is that the stealing from black women feeds into the angry black woman trope that is out there. Because guess what happens? A black woman has something out in the world. It gets stolen from them, or it gets co-opted with no credit. They get, you know, harassed or demeaned about something that they're doing that a white person is doing or wearing or whatever, and gets no criticism about, or gets more often than not gets praised about. The white person gets praised for the thing that the black woman has gotten harassed and discriminated against for. Okay, so that all happens and the black woman is like, fuck this shit, I'm mad about it, I'm gonna call it out, I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna call attention to it, this is not fair, this is not right, this is damaging to me as a person, this is damaging to our community. And that reaction, that rightful rage that boils to the surface after probably holding your tongue for far too long, that then gets villainized into, well, she's just the angry black woman. And like, if you just said it this way, if you just were kinder in how you delivered your criticism, if you just did all these different things, then we would listen to you. Then your perspective would be valid and we would pay attention. Guess what, all you tone policing ass white people? No matter how a black person says something, you're still gonna find racist reasons to not listen to them. No matter how something is delivered, that should not negate the importance and the truth behind what they're saying. And also, if you are consistently stole from, copied from, have ideas taken from your space, your brand, your presence on the planet, if you were constantly discriminated because of the hair you have, the clothes you wear, the body you have, if you were constantly dealing with that from every part of your life, you would be fucking angry too. So white people, we have to fucking stop with this. Stop stealing from black women. Stop taking their style. Stop taking their heritage and their culture and their ideas and their creativity and their space. Stop stealing from black women. If you are doing something out in the world creatively, give credit. If you are running a business and you can hire black women to do the thing instead of taking for their shit, hire them. Pay black women. Give them space to talk. Don't talk over them. Don't silence them. Our world is fucking better. It's more creative. It's more dynamic because of black women. Give them their fucking credit. Let's give them their space. Let's give them their time to talk. And that's fucking it. stop stealing from black women. If you're not following Kelsey Brown J, if you're not following Glam Girl Chelsea, if you're not following Alicia of Kinky Sweat, if you're not following T of Nappy Headed Jehovah, if you're not following Tina of the Fancy Face, if you're not following black women and you are watching this video, go find them and go follow them. I've given you a couple places to start, but there are many, many more people out there. If you see shit going down, call people out, call other white people out. If you see it with brands, if you see it with other creators, you see something, hey, that kind of looks like Kelsey's video that she did like 3 days ago, leave a comment and say, hey, was this inspired by so-and-so? Because you didn't say anything, but seems like you fucking copied somebody. Say something. As white people, things we can do is we can stop talking over black people, and we can call other white people out on their shit, and we can call brands out on their shit, and we can stop supporting people on the internet who are continuously and constantly stealing from black women and profiting off of the work of black women. So on that note, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to follow along with these colorful shenanigans, I would love for you to subscribe. Please stay safe. Please take care of yourself. Listen to black people. Black lives still matter. ACAB, don't fucking come in my comments saying otherwise. And thank you for spending a bit of your day with me. Hopefully I will see you again real soon. Bye, friends. I literally just finished filming, open up Marco Polo, I see a message from Audra. Victoria Beckham Beauty has put up a post giving thanks to Kelsey, Chelsea, and Alicia for their Behind the Beauty series. Everything I said still stands. I still think fuck Victoria Beckham Beauty, fuck Ken Paves, fuck Anastasia Soray. I just want to let you know I did see it. It's a start, and this is why you need to comment when you see this shit. Because if it had not been called to our attention from Kelsey in her live stream, if the community had not come together and left comment after comment on the post, this would have just swept away in the sea of social media, and Kelsey, Alicia, and Chelsea just would have been fucked. So stay loud, stay vigilant, speak up.